going on, guys? So today we're going to do our top 10 favorite Christmas movies. Watch the holidays and stuff. Gonna do it yesterday, but yeah, just didn't get around to doing it. But we're doing it today. So we're just doing the top 10. Each made our own list because ours is a little bit different. So obviously, let's start with number 10. Mine is The Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I love the first one. I laugh at it every time I see it during the holidays, and I think it's just a really great, fun Christmas movie. Second one was okay. Third one was eh. But, the first one's always really good.
For my 10, I have Christmas with the Cranks, mainly because I needed a 10th one, and I couldn't really remember, and, I couldn't really remember any Christmas, and
That's not giving any praise to the movie
I know,
on your part.
Okay, and it kind of just clicked, and the reason why it's at number 10 is because I do think it's hysterical, and I love that movie, it's not as good as all the others that I have.
That was beautiful. That's great. It's beautiful, man. Okay, my number 9, Christmas with the Cranks. I was trying to decide between that and the Santa Claus, and I like Christmas with the Cranks a little bit more than the Santa Claus. So, yeah, it's about the same. Another Tim Allen movie, and I've always been a pretty big Tim Allen fan. So, yeah, not much to say about Christmas with the Cranks. It's just another really good Christmas movie.
My number 9, never gonna guess, The Santa Claus. Mainly because I watched it when I was a kid, and I'm sure he did too, but I enjoyed it a lot more than all the others, and I don't know, it just was a really good movie. I laughed. I used to think that movie was, hysterical, funnier than Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Grew up, didn't you?
I grew up.
My number 8 is White Christmas. That's just a classic Christmas movie, the feel of it and everything. Yeah. That's the one we talked about earlier with the two guys from the Army.
Oh.
And they try and save the hotel by putting in the thing.
Right.
Yeah. I can't remember the guy's name who stars in it. For the life of me, I want to say it's Bing Crosby. Probably wrong. I really do like the movie, but right now I got so much on my mind, I completely am drawing a blank on his name. But it is a really good movie. It's a classic. Everything about it, it makes you feel good watching it. It's that type of movie where you watch Christmas Eve and it gets you excited for the holidays.
My number 8, I have, oh crap, Jingle All the Way. And I used to watch that movie over and over and over again.
That's the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad.
Yeah. He's trying to get this toy for his kid, and they're all sold out. And pretty much the whole movie is him getting this toy for his kid. And it sounds stupid, but it has a lot of funny parts.
It was also one of Phil Hartman's last movies before his wife killed him. So
didn't know that, but the house, the factory full of Santas. I thought that was hysterical when he fought that. The whole reindeer, getting the reindeer drunk, that was hysterical. And, yeah.
Alright. My number 7 is Christmas Carol. Pretty much any version. I didn't want to put a year down because I like so many versions. Obviously, the Alistar, I can't think of his last name. Alistar Sims, I want to say is his name. The 1940s version. Great, classic Christmas Carol. Also the one with George C. Scott. Tremendous one. I do like the one that came out with Jim Carrey, the animated one. Not as much because I don't think it lived up to the hype as what everybody was thinking it was going to be, but I thought it was pretty good for what it was. So, yeah, number 7, Christmas Carol.
My number 7, I have Christmas Vacation. No, wait, my bad. Year Without Santa Claus, that's my bad. And if you don't know what that is, that would be, it's It's like one of them old movies, like Santa's Coming to Town, Rudolph.
Yeah, it's
that,
like a weird claymation, I guess you could call it.
It's kind of like a claymation, and most people don't like it, but it kind of just, I don't know, when I watch it, just like he said earlier, it just puts you in the right mood set for Christmas if you watch it.
Is that the one with the two brothers?
Yeah.
Fire brother and
yeah,
Ice brother?
has the Fire Brother, the Heatmeister, and the Frostmeister. I don't really remember their names. But, yeah, I always enjoyed that movie. It always put me, like, Christmas is coming soon, and yeah.
You're on the ball tonight.
I know.
My number 6 is Jingle All the Way. I find that movie hysterical. I don't know why a lot of people don't like it. I think Arnold did a really good job, and I think he can do comedy really well. I think Twins proved that that's an even better movie. But Jingle All the Way was great. Phil Hartman was great in it. Sinbad was hysterical in it. One of the last times I think he was funny. Arnold was great in it. Even the kid who played his son was great in it. The kid in Jingle All the Way, as we all know, played Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 1. Yeah, he actually did a good movie. Meaning this one. But, yeah, everybody in that movie did a really just great job, and it was hysterical, and, you know, it goes along with the Christmas thing. You know, it's a feel-good movie, you know. You really feel good about watching it and the holiday spirit and everything.
What are we on 6? 6, I have Christmas Vacation. That's the one with Chevy Chase. Chevy? Chevy. I always mix his name up with Chevy. But anyway, it was just a great, funny Christmas movie. I mean, that's like where the squirrel gets into the Christmas tree or whatever. Great part, hysterical.
Like you're underrating it a little bit, but alright, that's just me.
It was more of his era. That's why I put it down a little. Because I've seen it a bunch of times, but
it came out when I was a kid.
It came out when he was a kid, and I didn't get to see it until I was like young. And now, when I was young, I didn't think it was all that great, but now I think it's hysterical because I understand the humor because I'm older. And like even now, it's really popular. Like they even have commercials on it now. If you can't see, I'm pointing towards my TV, but they have commercials about it. Like, but all the kids and everyone's all grown up. Chevy has white hair.
Oh yeah, those clothes commercials.
Yeah, and it's just. Yeah,
Which I'm gonna pause for a second and bring up those commercials. Why is it you can get the daughter from Christmas Vacation? I can't think of her name right now off the top of my head. You get the wife back, Beverly D'Angelo. You get Chevy back. You get the original son, Anthony Michael Hall. You even get the European son back. Good. I mean, they did bring the Vegas kids in, which is great because Vegas Vacation sucks. Why can't you get Johnny Galecki back? He played the son in Christmas Vacation. He plays Leonard on Big Bang Theory.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you leave him out? I don't get it. But anyways, that's a frustration of mine with the commercial.
Yeah, but that's why I ranked it at my 6th because it's a hysterical movie. It probably is up there with most people, but I didn't really understand the humor until now, and there's a lot more movies that I like better than that.
Number 5? Yeah. Number 5 for me is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's just hey. Should be ashamed. I'm not ashamed of it. That's a great animated movie. And I don't think I need to say too much about it because it's amazing. It's a Christmas classic. Needs to be watched at holidays.
I personally, it's somewhat enjoyable, but I think it just drags on for me because like nothing really funny or exciting happens in it. To me, anyway.
That's from the kid that thinks Year 1 is hysterical.
Year 1 is hysterical. Okay, everyone that watches this will agree with me. Alright. 5, I have White Christmas. And pretty much like he said, it just gets you in the mood. Just like A Year Without Santa Claus. It just gets you in that mood for Christmas, and you know, Ben Crosby, I think.
I think it's Bing Crosby.
I don't know how to say his name, but he actually sings his song that he created, I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas. Or
Yeah,
like
Bing Crosby's the singer.
yeah, and I mean he really sings it, and it's just like I don't know, it's just really
Yeah, he really
cool.
sings it because he's a singer.
I
He didn't sing it just for the movie. That was his career as a singer and actor.
I'm just saying I liked it how they added that into the movie. Dick.
You weren't for the song. The song wasn't before the movie. The movie caught the song.
Okay, well, whatever. It created the song, it was great, and it created a lot of happy people, okay? That's all I gotta say. Asshole. Really, like, blessed.
Alright. Action. Number 4 for me is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Again, goes along the same category as Rudolph, just another great. All those old classic Christmas cartoons, except for Little Drummer Boy, because I found that boring. I can't sit through it, but most of them, it's just a great feel good. It gets you in the mood when you watch it. You know it's Christmas. You know it's December. You're like, hell yeah, let's get it on.
Give me my pie. I'm hungry. Let me open them presents. And say with me, number 5, Santa's Coming to Town, and that has to be one of my all-time favorite of those movies. It's just, it is my favorite claymation movie ever created. It's just, pretty much, if you haven't seen it, it just shows how Santa Claus is like made and who Kris Kringle is and how he becomes Santa
A take
Claus.
on it, yeah.
A take. And it was just really good, funny, and great. It's like, oh my god, Santa's coming to town. I'm getting me my presents. That's what I thought when I was little. Yeah.
Still do. My number 3 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the cartoon. Now, I like the Jim Carrey one. Don't get me wrong, I own it. I like it. But it didn't make my list because I like it, but I think it's too much far away because there was too much going on in the movie. Way different than what Dr. Seuss had in mind. There was a lot of sexual innuendos that didn't need to be in there for whatever reason. But not like I said, I'm not saying it's not a bad movie. I like the movie. I own it. But the cartoon is where it's at. The cartoon, it's short, but you got Boris Karloff's voice coming through. The guy who does the songs, who also does the voice of Tony the Tiger. Everything about that movie is just great. The songs, the story, the animation, everything about it. My favorite Dr. Seuss book of all time.
Number 3, I have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version. And it's pretty much the exact opposite. I mean, the sexual innuendos, yeah, I mean, it's not really meant for kids, but that's why they have the cartoon version. This one's kind of more for teenagers /
But they didn't book it
adults.
like that. They made it PG.
Yeah,
and
I
they
know,
didn't tell
but
you in the commercials.
I know.
They just kept promoting
I know,
How the Grinch
but-
Stole Christmas.
I know, but like once you see it, you realize it's for more teenagers. Well, I guess teenagers you could say, but
There's a lot of adult
it's
humor.
a lot of adult humor. It's really hysterical and
Like I said, I'm not bashing the movie. I like it. I own it.
yeah.
But
I mean, all the makeup and the computer animated stuff is really well done. I watched the special features on it, and I guess like a good probably 60% of that stuff was computer animated. A lot of people didn't even know that. And I don't know, that's why
unless you're like a stickler and pay attention.
Yeah. I mean, like, after I watched the special features, I replayed it to see, because it showed you which parts were, and I was like, holy crap. And,
You thought Whoville was a real place.
no, I didn't think Whoville was a real place, but, like, a good portion of the town was computer animated. Like, only a few buildings were real, and, yeah, it's just, and it doesn't really get you in that, like, great mindset, but it does get you in the mindset, like, oh god, Christmas.
If you wonder why I keep looking that way, the Bears game's on.
Yeah, the
so
Bears game is on.
excuse my
Yeah, Bears
lost
are
attention.
winning, by the way, but I don't know if you'll see that right. Might. It's whatever. Alright,
You
number
done?
2. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Grinch. 3. Jim Carrey.
My number 2 is a tie because I couldn't figure out where to put it because I didn't want to knock any of these movies off and throw this one on there. So I kind of compromised and I tied my number 2. Say what you will. I'm not a big fan of ties, but in this case I felt it needed to happen. My number 2 is A Christmas Story and Home Alone. Home Alone 1, one of the greatest movies of all time in my opinion. It's in my top 10. I love that movie. Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, Macaulay Culkin. Everything about that movie is awesome, bar none. The best in the series. 2 is okay. I like Lost in New York. Don't get me wrong. Not as great as the first one, obviously, but it's still really good with Tim Curry and Rob Schneider and all that. But what?
Boston City's like two bandits are back, whatever.
Yeah, Joe Pesci. Back. Everybody knows that. But number 3, number 4. 4 is a piece of garbage. Just don't even watch it. 3 was okay to watch once or twice. No, he left after. He stopped after 2.
Yeah.
But
pretty much after McCulkin left, it was kind of a downhill.
Yeah, steadily. 3 was still kind of like here, but then 4 kind of nosedived.
Yeah.
But Home Alone, it's everything about that movie, the way it's shot, the dialogue, just the story itself, everything about it is just makes it great. And A Christmas Story, I don't think anything needs to be said. It's indulged in our pop culture now. There's T-shirts, lunchboxes,
like fudge.
yeah. There's toys now. They've even put the Christmas Story face on BB gun boxes.
They even have a Christmas ornament of the leg, like the lamp leg or whatever. Our dad
You can actually
has
buy
it.
the lamp.
Yeah,
you can actually buy a lamp.
I mean, that's
based on the leg.
freaking cool.
I mean, nothing.
I want to get a leg lamp.
Nothing really needs to be said about that movie. That movie, it everything again about it, from the dialogue to the comedy timing of all the actors. I mean, everything about that movie was just amazing, and I don't think I can go Christmas without watching. Of course, you can't because Christmas Eve starts the 24-hour marathon.
No, midnight Christmas.
No,
Midnight. No,
it runs through Christmas Eve.
No, midnight Christmas. It starts the marathon.
At Christmas Eve, yeah, it runs all through Christmas Eve.
It doesn't run all through just Christmas.
Where have you been?
I remember this because I stayed up one day.
Last year we watched it when we were at Dad's house.
Yeah,
starting at 7:30.
during Christmas.
During Christmas Eve.
I don't remember this. He's high.
You're stupid.
Don't listen to him.
But anyways, they show it all the time and stuff like that. So yeah, Christmas Story.
It's just, it has some of the greatest like
lines. Yeah,
the lines like
there's
old fudge.
There's so many. You can't go through a scene in that movie without picking up a line.
Yeah, or like fragile.
Yeah, the tongue on the light post.
Yeah,
or scenes too.
Oh yeah. Wow, what's that line called? It's bugging me. It's one of the most famous lines. It's not "Oh fudge." I don't know. I'll remember. Oh, you'll shoot your eye out.
You couldn't remember that.
It was like on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't grasp it. You'll shoot your eye. Probably one of the most famous quotes.
Yeah, it's on T-shirts everywhere.
Yeah, parents even say it. And my second, it's not the Christmas Story. Even though Home Alone, I do agree with him. It should be up there, but like I said, I was having a brain fart and I couldn't think of any like Christmas.
How did Christmas Story skip your mind?
Christmas Story didn't skip my mind.
Oh.
It's just Home Alone just
I
totally
gave it away.
escaped, and I was like trying to write down random things, and so I wouldn't lose them. So that didn't make it on my list, but I do think it's up there. Like I'd have to do some rearranging, but anyway, my second is How the Grinch Stole Christmas cartoon, and this. Oh, I love this movie. Every year, my dad used to not let us watch it at all, even if it was on TV, because our tradition...
It was like a family tradition. Christmas Eve was that.
Our family tradition, at my dad's. Christmas Eve, we have movies that we'd watch before we went to bed and woke up. And that was one of the movies. I always got pumped up when I was little. I was like, oh God, I can't wait till Christmas Eve just to watch that movie. Because it's just great. I mean, it's not that long, but... For me, every time I watch that cartoon now, it just gets me, like, so excited for Christmas. Not the whole part of, like, presents or whatever, just, like, I don't know, it just gets me really excited. Just because I was little, and I always, like, used to, now I can watch it whenever because I don't live with my dad, but, yeah. What? And that's why I made my top two. I mean, my number two is because it's probably one of my all-time favorite cartoons to watch for Christmas. And if you're wondering about the hat, it's cold in my house.
Nobody's wondering about your hat.
Everyone's
Sorry!
And it's a cool looking hat.
Play just happened to have stop and watch it.
It's a cool hat, and it's kind of inspiring the Christmas theme, you know? Where have you watched this?
Look like Ralphie on crack.
Ralphie. Winnie. He's a babe now, I know it.
By the way, I heard there's a Christmas Story 2 out. We're going to check it out tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Nope. Scares me. But my number one, I know you all been waiting for it. It's been taking a long time to get to that point. Christmas Vacation.
Looks like a baby bear.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Sorry, the game's on. We're distracted. Christmas Vacation. My favorite movie of all time, Christmas related. It's in my top 5 favorite movies of all time, period. I love everything about. I'm a big fan of the vacation movies in general. At least the first 3. Vegas Vacation was garbage. Throw that one away. But excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I think we can all agree that Christmas Vacation was probably the most famous. That's perfect. You all wanted to know that. Christmas Vacation is probably the most famous vacation out of all the movies. It's the best one out of any of them. I mean, everything from the acting of the kids to Chevy was really on his game in this one, and the supporting cast of the parents, and of course Cousin Eddie. I mean, everything about this movie, frame by frame, point to point, was great. Even the stuff that didn't make sense was great. And I don't think I could say much more than that because, like I said, you all know about Christmas Vacation. It's great. It's wonderful. I mean, you can't have Christmas without that movie, period. Bar none.
My number one. Best movie ever created. Number one movie in everyone's mind, except for his, because he's a retard, is The Christmas Story. Yes, I know, it's shocking. But, like, we've already dwelled on it enough. But it's just, you can't go Christmas Eve or Christmas without watching it. It just, you can't. It just has, like, it's probably one of the most funny, I don't know, funnier movies. Funniest, I'm sorry. I'm on Christmas break, so I'm trying to get my mind away from school.
Just never get your mind away from speaking proper English.
Always do it. Don't listen to him. But yeah, that Christmas Story. So yeah, that's our top 10 Christmas movies.
Oh, this was great. We were hoping this wouldn't take that long, but with the game on and everything, we've been getting it took us forever to even get this video started.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Leave a comment. Tell us what your favorite Christmas movie of all time is. And yeah, have a happy holidays. Happy holiday, guys. God.
Merry Christmas. Don't listen to that jackwagon. I hate it when people say happy holidays. Anyway, it's Merry Christmas!
Happy holidays.